that, we'll have 2 runners that will do that. But first of all, thank you so much for the love. I'm super flattered. I appreciate it. And let's get into it. So, real quick. I love that too. Thank you, bro. Here we go. Here's the thing that I really want to speak about today, which is the following. It's very important that we have a small place. My dad's single small liquor store became one of the largest e-commerce wine businesses in America in a 5-year period when we had no money. There was no venture capital. My dad didn't even have a credit line because he was old school. We just grinded. And the way that worked was because, and this is important, you need to understand the history foundation to what I'm going to push you on the back half of my set. And I want people in the front to look back when I do this. And please, by the way, because I've been noticing with the hands thing, you're kind of lazy and I'm kind of pissed. So, hands up or not, here we go. How many people right now currently listen to a podcast? Raise your hands. Raise it high. Look around. I want everybody looking around. Now, put it down. Now, if you were not listening to a podcast 5 years ago, raise your hand. Look around. That's my game. My game is understanding when, not if. I could care less if every single platform, I'm talking a lot about TikTok, and every time in my comments, are you paid by them? Is this a deal? Do you own equity? 0, goose egg, I get 0. My currency is being historically correct, not a short-term check. This is about attention arbitrage, the thing that has historically always created the most amount of success and wealth, period. And the amount of people sitting here and lollygagging on social media because they think it's a side thing is just unacceptable. Because if you bought a ticket to this, you're trying to win. That's what you're telling me. If you bought a ticket to this, I assume you're trying to win. I'm giving you, and for a lot of people raise their hands and listen, I watch my fans, my consumers, my community, I watch them leave all sorts of love for me on the posts I put out, and then I go look at them because I'm curious. They're not living what I'm telling them. I'm telling them to post 30, 40, 50 times a day. They reply with a goat emoji and everyone's feeling good about themselves. But then nobody's going out and actually doing it, and that's what leads me to point number 2. Number 1 is self-awareness. How do you communicate? You don't need to do it like me. You don't need to do it like anybody else at this conference. You need to do it like you. There are plenty of people killing it just writing. There are plenty of people that are just podcasters. There are plenty of people that just make funny videos on Instagram. You need to be you. But number 2, you need to eliminate insecurity. The reason most people aren't posting is because they're crippled by judgment. They don't like when somebody says they're ugly. They don't like when somebody says they're fat. They don't like when somebody says they're stupid or wrong or don't know what they're talking about. My friends, if I leave with anything this afternoon, I need to leave with one person realizing that they are living their life based on other people's opinions, and that is the single worst way to live life. Please, if you take anything out of this talk, realize Sally Pants 49 and Rick Thompson 8 and the Boogie Monster, and most important, your cynical or negative mom, dad, aunt, sister, brother, or spouse are the last fuckers you need to be listening to. I've been pushing with all my heart for the last 5 years, especially to get people in this audience and around the world to post. I give them the keys every single day for free. My cost is $0. Goose egg. $0, zero. I don't want nothing. I want nothing from you. 0. I just want you to do it and send me an email and tell me you did it. And yet, you don't. And yet, you don't. And yet, you don't. And that is what has led me to realizing, wow, this is a self-esteem game. Wow, this is a judgment game. Wow, this is people buying dumb shit to impress people they don't even like, because keeping up with the Joneses is the American disease. That's right. And so I stand here today and I think about, A, I can say it and you can clap it, and most importantly, I know 90% of you know it. But it's not so easy to get out of the framework of judgment. But I gotta put it there. I can tell you that it's a self-awareness game of being a communicator. I can tell you the platforms that are currently underpriced. LinkedIn, TikTok, I can tell, those are the foundational pieces. What I can't tell you is the thing that I don't know on an individual basis. What I can't do, and this is why I'm about to go to Q&A, how many people have, who's got the mics? The show Marie? Okay, great. So start raising your hands in a minute, I'll load it up. What I can't figure out is the last piece, because I can tell you, everybody speaking here has built around attention. Whether it was traditional television and film, whether it's been internet only, it's just been attention. You can't sell nothing if they don't know it exists. The hell are you doing? The hell are you doing if nobody knows what it is, where it exists, or you haven't said something to compel them to do it? You could be the greatest saleswoman of all time. If you're doing that sales pitch in your bathroom in a locked door, you're selling nothing. Please understand, at the macro, this is about attention and brand. And the reason I push so hard to bringing more value to the audience than you ask in return is because that's how you actually build long-term brand. That's how you actually build long-term brand. Short-term brand is when you're looking for yourself, when you're looking to convert, when you're looking to convert for you. That's why so many people struggle with the long game. There's plenty of people that have a little run. There's plenty of people that make a bunch of money, tend to lose a bunch of money later because they're playing short. There's people in this room that made a lot of money and now lost a lot of money because they played short, because they weren't bringing value to nobody but themselves, which always plays out to you losing when the buzzer goes off. I'm playing it slow. I'm running the marathon. I'm putting out all my best content every day for free in perpetuity. That's my framework. I'll do it across the platforms that matter. I'll keep putting it out every day until you're ready to hear it. I know a lot of you started off not liking me because I'm putting pressure on your bullshit and you don't want to hear that. But eventually, it's your day. You're ready to actually hear it. Once you realize there is no fucking shortcut, once you realize there's no system that's gonna make it short, once you realize nobody's lucky, because that's loser talk, once you realize all that, I'm gonna pop up where you're paying attention, whatever that may be, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, blockchain, a cannabis website, I don't care, I'm gonna show up, and I'm gonna be preaching the same shit you've been hearing forever, and you're gonna be ready to hear it, and you're gonna be ready to put a lunch pail and a hat on, and you're gonna be ready to grind for a decade, slowly and surely, and I'll just be waiting till you're ready.
Question, do you tend to focus more on what you have or what's missing? Honest answer. I know you do both, we all do. Where do you spend more of your time? On what you have or on what's missing? Quick, yell it out loud. Raise your hand if you focus more on what's missing, raise your hand. Keep a hand up and look at the percentage in this room. It's 90% of this room, so now watch this. This is not about you. Imagine software, because that's all these beliefs and values and rules in your head are, they're software. And you didn't consciously pick most of this stuff. You modeled it along the way. Some people you love, some people you didn't like. Sometimes you try to do the opposite, a variety of ways it happens. How could you possibly stay happy if you're constantly focusing on what's missing? Even matter if you have $1 billion fucking dollars. If you got $1 billion and every day you're pissed off and frustrated, the quality of your life is called pissed off and frustrated. Is it true? If you have 3 beautiful children, a husband and wife you adore and adores you, but you worry all the time, the quality of your life is not love, it's worry. How many get this? So the most important decisions of your life are usually made unconsciously. What to focus on, most of you are just trained to do that, or you let the external environment trigger it. What it means becomes a habit, and often it's based on your fears, not what's true. Something somebody uses and you get pissed off. How many know what I'm talking about here? Right? You've forgotten it's you. See, could somebody go, no! And you just laugh hysterically. Screw their whole day. We are in control, but we forgot. And the way we move, listen to me now. Emotion, the thing that gives you all that you want, emotion is created by motion. The way you move determines the way you feel. And the problem is today, we don't move very much. Most people live in a box house. They have a box breakfast. They get in their box car. They go out to their box office. They have lunch in a box, they talk in a box, they type in a box, they got a box in their pocket, they drive their box home to their box house, they turn their box TV to their box refrigerator and pull out a cylinder to change their state. Most people don't move, but you'll start to feel the difference as you do even here. So let's do this, shake your body out. And
my heart's pounding so hard right now because I fucking love you, Gary. Like, so fucking much.
Thank you.
Like, so fucking much.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna do a meet and greet, so I'm gonna
there. Yeah, go ahead.
my selfish questions for later. I just want to let everyone know, if you don't listen to a podcast, please listen to the Gary V audio experience. Every single morning, I'm playing it, and fucking pumps me up. I'm trying to get my cousin on it, and I just want to say I love you. That's it.
Thank you.
Hey Gary, how are you?
Very good.
So my brother from India is a big fan. He's got me into you about 2 months ago, so he's a little jealous that I'm here. So the question, would you say focusing more on paid ads on social media versus actual organic content?
Yes.
From perspective of small local business.
Yes.
Paid ads?
Yes.
Perfect.
But the place that everybody loses when it comes to paid ads is they don't realize that the creative is the variable of success, not the targeting and how much you pay.
The creative on the paid ads.
Correct. When people are like, oh, Gary, but Instagram stories don't work for me as much anymore. I'm like, you've been running the same ad. People are tired. So the creative is the variable.
Thank you.
And when I talk about LinkedIn and TikTok, that's where organic is popping. The reason I want everybody here to hear me on LinkedIn and TikTok is because a lot of people don't have $10,000 a month to spend on social media ads. I remember being in that place. The first thing I did for my dad's store was print flyers on my computer and go to the Short Hills Mall and put fucking paper on people's windshields. I remember having no budget. I came from no budget. So, as you can imagine, I'm constantly passionate. And there's a bunch of people here like, oh, TikTok's just for kids. I'm like, you have no budget. Stop judging, dick.
Thanks, man.
Got it.
But I'm really curious, did you ever keep track of the 9-year-old rapper / entrepreneur and how she's doing?
Brianna's doing amazing. She's killing it. She's talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, talent always wins. Awesome, thank you for asking that.
Hey, Gary.
How are you? Let's do it. I have to follow this mic.
You gotta get in line, guys. Hold on.
Let's go.
First, Shmir Not Shmira and The Life of Shmir is a shameless plug, and I'm working on my public speaking.
Good for you. You're the smartest girl here. Give me a hug. Thank you.
I was wondering when you're going to make your next kids video.
You mean Lil B?
Yeah, I loved your slime video. It was amazing.
Thank you.
And I thought it was really inspiring because it showed that you need to think about what other people think of you. I mean, if somebody says that you're dumb, just say, okay. If somebody says that you're wrong, okay.
Come on. If she knows, what's your fucking problem?
I'm good, thank you. I just want to know if I can take a picture with you.
At the end, I'll hang it. Yeah.
Let me see.
I will. Hi.
Hi, Gary B. I'm Catherine Tinkersley, and
Yeah, I do. I really do. You know, I've been very, very lucky in my life, but you know, you just start out with a little idea, you don't think it's ever going to happen, and you get so used to hearing the word no that after a while you just start to ignore it.
it's first if we're going to be successful in anything, hope ourselves. And many of us are not so good at that, so I'm going to show you how to do that in short order. But if you want to influence somebody else, first it starts with you. But if you want to influence somebody, what we forgot, and the way we move, listen to me now. Emotion, the thing that gives you all that you want, emotion is created by motion. The way you move determines the way you feel. The problem is today we don't move very much. Most people...
something happens. Thank you. Thank you. We're done. Thank you very much. Now what? Let's get this show.
The influence of another human being, hear me now. You have to know what already influences them. To influence another human being, you gotta know what already influences them while you're working out. There's no excuse not to feed your mind, but if you don't, you're gonna end up like most people. Big dreams and poor results. And I didn't come by and have that conversation with you. I know you must be special, but one thing that makes you special, I'm not blowing smoke, that I know about you being here is you have the one thing I think is the most important ingredient to success: hunger.
And to be around so much success, right? To me, you don't just represent Hollywood, but the American success story. I appreciate that because I feel very, very connected to these. All right, look, who wants a better life? Who wants a better life?
To influence the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, and the actions of another human being. If you're a great leader, you do that in a way that serves them, and that will always serve you. If you serve others, you'll prosper. Now, who do we have to lead or influence?
Who loves this man? So I have the privilege. This is such an honor for me to be with you. Oh, thank you very much.
Caused harm to me, it caused damages to give rise to a lawsuit. You see, if I fail to state a claim upon which relief can be granted under the rules of civil procedure,